I'm 50 years old, Korean, and I did over 2 million GMV this year.
Imagine starting TikTok shop with a mentor who makes $2 million a year.
The secret to sell Korean skincare is
What would you ask them?
you believe in the product, you study the brand, you apply it, and then you sell it.
By the end, you're going to understand Yumi's strategy, how she started, how she's running things right now, and what we can learn from her ongoing success.
People love seeing glow. Like the mask film, when I took it up, there's a shine and the glow, and people love it.
Big shout out, by the way, to Shophouse. The full interview link is in the description. Check them out. So this one time, she actually made how much?
Commission was almost 7,500, I think.
And the crazy part is, this is how much percentage commission she gets roughly.
Roughly
20%.
average.
So what was she doing before she actually started TikTok Shop Affiliate?
15 years ago, I was actually successful graphic designer, packaging, for beauty packaging,
Wow.
for hair care.
And it was not all smooth sailing.
I had a lot of up and down journey because of a health issue with my husband. He has cancer, battling since 2019.
Goes to show anyone in any position, if you really believe in yourself and willing to just start, try, you never know where things can take you. What's even crazier is she's not been around TikTok Shop for very long.
Late 2023, I didn't know about TikTok Shop. And then I realized I could not monetize because I don't have followers.
So what was her strategy to build followers quickly and monetize?
So I'm BTS Army, following BTS Army. Did I follow you back? I had over 2,000 last year. After 2,000.
So she did follow for follow. I've said this plenty of times. It does not matter how you get to those minimum followers. As long as they're not fake followers, which TikTok will detect, as long as you get to your minimum followers, once you start promoting products on TikTok Shop, it's not those people that you're promoting to. You are finding new customers. So those people that are following you, they don't necessarily have to sit and watch every promotion video that you do. So what was the first product that Yumi promoted?
I had a Medicube Booster Pro given to me as a gift, early birthday present.
From a family member or something.
So think about what you've actually got at home right now. What Christmas gift have you recently had? What birthday gift have you recently had? Is it on TikTok Shop? Because you're already using the product. You don't have to bag a shop somewhere for a sample. And if it's a product that you enjoy using and you're able to film your experiences and your results, or how to actually set up and put that product together, could that potentially be your way into earning your first bag online with TikTok Shop Affiliate?
TikTok Shop is very generous with commission. First month, I didn't really make sales, but I wanted to be consistent, just test it out.
So there's many platforms out there that you can earn affiliate from. There's Amazon, plenty of different ones. But how does Yumi feel about the commission that's being offered currently on TikTok Shop?
I did about 5 videos a day. November, Thanksgiving time, I did a lot.
So she made no sales at all during her first month, but she just kept going. She kept persisting. So before you give up what you are doing, whether it's TikTok Shop or whether it is whatever other side hustle that you're doing to make that extra $100, $200, $500, $1,000 online, how much effort are you putting in? She started with about 5 videos a day. Even that wasn't enough. She then eventually stepped it up, and that's when everything completely changed for her. Before you give up, just ask yourself, how much effort are you really putting in? With how much money Yumi is making, surely she's got to have times where she skips posting.
So I did it every day, posting every day. I never skip a day. Even now,
You don't have to start with grand goals, 100,000, a million. All she started with
I just want to make $500 a month when I first started, because that's extra $500.
was just looking for an extra $500 a month. It could be an extra 100 for you. It could be an extra 250 alongside whatever it is you are already doing. But just starting with simple goals like that, there's less pressure on you to perform. But as soon as you can see the snowball effect and things compounding, where can it take you from there, and what can you do to ensure that you get there? So what does an average day look like for a millionaire TikTok Shop affiliate?
When I wake up, I take care of my kid. They have to go to school, so I make breakfast and make lunch or everything. And as soon as I drop them off, when I come home, I'm on 9 a.m. I'm on my schedule. And I need to do better with sleeping and taking care of myself because I'm working until midnight sometimes.
Could this be a strategy that a lot of new TikTok Shop affiliates are sleeping on?
I think another thing for content creators, try to do reply videos that actually push out the viral video more even viral.
Very importantly, how does she do her product research? How does she pick her winning products?
Product has to have good reviews. I don't go for small companies unless I really know them.
Very interesting that she said that she doesn't go for small companies. Very key thing to keep in mind as well. I think from the shop perspective, it's just a really good incentive for you to really start with your boots on the ground. If you're the seller, get those initial reviews, get those initial sales, get that momentum, and then you can start negotiating with people like this. But from a TikTok Shop affiliate perspective, absolutely you've got to be aware of sellers that you are working with, because some of them may not be as committed to this as you are, leading to some of your viewers being frustrated and tying you to whatever bad experience they've had to that shop. So really picking who you work with is quite powerful and quite important as well. How many posts does Yumi post on average per day?
Minimum 10, I did 20, sometimes I did
30.
posted. I shoot it straight from TikTok. I used to do a lot of editing, but that took a lot of time. Also, that looks original. I want to look more genuine, like talking and...
In my many hours of research into some successful case studies for TikTok Shop, this is a theme that keeps recurring. The simpler the video is, the more relatable you are, the more non-polished you look. And therefore people are not going to see your video and think straight away, oh, this is an ad, this has been paid for by a big brand. They are simply going to see this as relatable, as someone who is giving an honest review of a product that they themselves are using. Now, this may be niche specific, but a lot of the times it really cuts through when the videos are simple, genuine, the audio's bad. People are like, oh, this is just someone who has literally filmed this video on a whim. So who did she learn from at the beginning?
I learned from Jenny Park, and then I want to follow the step, and then I want to encourage people, like, if I can do it, you can do it.
Really powerful, so be careful. Do not fall into the trap of I will do it and build it all on my own. I do not need any outside help. All of us, I don't care who you are, even some of the most powerful presidents on earth, even some of the most powerful business people on earth, they have got someone they have learned from in the past, or someone they continue to learn from, or some method or strategy they continue to study, or someone they talk to on a daily basis that keeps them on the right path. There is always someone you are going to get value from, no matter who you are and no matter what walk of life you come from.
I don't really use American brand. I'm not trying to say American brands are all bad, but like Korean skincare get all government tested.
I just found this very interesting. I really didn't know this.
You have to be careful with agency.
Tell us about agencies.
This was scary, and they actually target people who just starts. There was one company, they were taking 60% out of my commission with a fine print. They took $1,000.
At the beginning of your journey, you really want to watch out again for these agencies. I didn't know how far down the rabbit hole goes, but that's really some interesting information that we are learning here. Be careful who you work with. Read the fine print. Make sure, in other words, that you are not being taken advantage of. Don't think because you've only got 1,000 followers, because you've only got 2,000 followers, because you're a small influencer, you deserve to be taken advantage of. You are more valuable than you think, even as a beginner and even as a newbie. So always make sure that you know who you're working with, you know what they're getting, and you know what you're getting out of it, and that it's fair for you. And that obviously doesn't go to show or say that all agencies are bad.
I am actually with agency now. Galaxy, she's so nice.
There are genuine agencies out there that aren't looking to take advantage of new TikTok Shop affiliates.
I just use her link and I get a higher commission.
Let's say Korean skincare offers you 25%. She'll say, I want 35% from you.
It has 700,000 followers.
So if you are working with a brand right now, are they portraying similar traits? Are they giving you a fair percentage? Do you know them face to face? Have they exposed you to the wider industry?
She took me everywhere. Like, that's how I started going to events.
And what's their background? What's their social proof that they can show you? Clearly, you can see here, this agency is quite public. They've got a ton of followers and they are out there.
It has 700,000 followers.
Agency you work with. Just because it's an agency doesn't mean it's the agency, you know what I mean?